Yo, what it do, y'all? This your boy Crypto Bruh. Haven't made a video in a minute. About to give some car concepts, some car ideas. Let me roll up my Winskis. You know, we're just cruising right now, kicking it. About to talk some Zen. And there's hella little kids over here. God damn. But yeah, man. Zen's going north. Not worried about it. I actually got a pretty cool strategy going on where since it's finally going up, my strategy is to follow the opposite of everybody else, right? So this your boy Crypto Bruh. I'm a producer / DJ. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm a person that's been in crypto since 2016, 17. Realistically, I bought my first cryptos in 2017. So I was part of the giant pump up and then giant dump down, which definitely scarred me for life. I've been baptized in cryptocurrency. So that being said, I was part of the whole Bitcoin thing, and then in 2019 I was lucky enough to come across Hex. So I was fortunate to be a part of the Hex experience, getting into the AA lobby and shit like that, right? So there is layers and levels to this shit that is making it easier for me to enunciate how I feel about Zen, because that's how I feel about anything. Like, I got into Bitcoin only because the technology made sense. Like, the world needs a new currency that's borderless so we can keep turning up, right? Like, if we don't have something to replace the dollar and or give us some relief, you feel me, then yeah, we deserve to be broke, you feel me? So I've been pro Bitcoin ever since I heard that story of how it's just going to change the way that everybody views money. So then let's go fast forward 2018. We get smart contracts on Ethereum, bruh. So I started going crazy on ETH. And the reason for that is because Ethereum gave us the technology to stake on chain. Like, you can lock the coins in the chain versus just locking them on a USB like what Bitcoin was, or putting them, on your hard drive, which Bitcoin was. So it was kind of cool to be able to put your coins in a cloud. That's why I'm such an ETH maxi now. So let's fast forward. Let's go to 2019. 2019, we get Hex. Hex was an ERC20 token built, in the Ethereum environment, but with Bitcoin kind of onboarding and technology, consensus style of things, right? Like, Hex before it was Hex was Bitcoin Hex, because Richard Hart is such a fucking maxi. Now he's no longer a Bitcoin maxi, but he loves talking about Bitcoin and relating his product to Bitcoin, because that's a relationship of intelligence or information that people can share together. So long story short, we got into Hex. We knew Hex was going to be the boom, just based on the way that it was built, right? It was built in the Ethereum environment to be like Bitcoin, and we already saw what Bitcoin and ETH could do together. So bada boom, bada beam. It's simple fucking math. Now, the reason why I'm so interested in Zen is simply based on how we've already had those three experiences in the past. We've learned that nothing is going to defeat Bitcoin. That is the ultimate public layer of currency, in my opinion. I'm a maxi pad on that idea. Bitcoin will not be replaced. That shit is here forever. Now, we know that Ethereum is the supercomputer to how people are going to store their cryptocurrency on a cloud without having to use analog hardware to be able to bring their cryptos around. So who the hell want to bring around a motherfucking PC, bro? All right, so, and then we know that Hex was developed to continue the longevity of what you do after you lock up your crypto. Like, after you have the ability to put your crypto on chain, what do we do with it next? What does it bring to me? What other rewards can I get from this? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of what the Hex effect did. Now, Zen solves all those problems. And that's why I'm so fucking intrigued. And I'm pretty sure that's why others are just as intrigued as me. So what Zen solves, in my opinion, and like I said, bro, this is your boy Crypto, bro. I'm just telling you my views on Zen and like why I'm so hyped about it. And especially if you see me in the Telegrams, say what's up to me. This is my face, what I really look like. But say what's up to me. I be in the Telegrams chatting, more token, Telegram, the best community on the planet. As Trevon would say, that's my favorite fucking crypto too, man. That's my favorite crypto. But yeah, back to Zen. So what does Zen solve? Zen solves the thing that Ethereum solved for Bitcoin and the thing that Hex solved for Ethereum, which is hyperinflation, right? The cool thing about Bitcoin is it doesn't inflate. Awesome. It's great for the world because we don't need something that's going to inflate for the world. But technically, theoretically, Bitcoin is inflating because not all the tokens are out. And More Token exposes this. So you can do some research on More Token. But More Token exposes Bitcoin that it's actually hyperinflating, but don't nobody want to talk about it because we use the halvening as a concept of building harder inflation. It's just harder inflation, but that shit is still inflating. And then we get let's go ahead and talk about the Ethereum. Ethereum has a cool ass inflation concept, but there was an inflation bug in ETH, and they had to fork that shit and change it out. There was an inflation bug, but people were just able to game the system to get more Ethereum. So that's why we got new ETH. We got ETH Classic, then we got OG ETH, right? The OG ETH had to leave ETH Classic because of that shit, bro. So since we know that they couldn't solve the problem either, and then they built around it, and now it's not a problem because it's like water. Like Ethereum is like water, Bitcoin is like water. Like whatever problems they have, we will find filters, okay? And that's why I'm saying Zen solved all of this. Hex solved that weird idea, right? Oh man, like I might have too many coins. Let me lock them up for 15 years. Maybe in 15 years, all the coins will go away. But it was a cool idea in the very beginning to be like, hey, let me see what I can do with all this inflation. All right. So we're 2 years into Hex, and we're having our questions answered about what inflation is for us. Now, Zen, you are at the ground level of inflation. The inflation is part of the narrative, which makes me even more bullish on what it can be as a product. Like, as long as Zen is hyperinflating, everybody is gonna be able to own some Zen, which gives it the ability to be an onboarding tool for everyone to have, right? Like one of the craziest things about the hyperinflating concept is the only people that seem to really care about it are whales or people who want to make a lot of money off of something, not people who are focused on putting other people on or focused on bringing other people in. They're waiting for it to make sense before they bring in others, instead of just doing research and making that shit make sense to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you make it make sense to you, then you can go and tell your friends and family members about this amazing crypto that's eventually gonna onboard most of the planet, right? Like, cryptocurrency is about onboarding people into the next generation of finance. And the only way they're going to find out about it is word of mouth. You feel me? You make them owners and promoters. And if you know where I got that from, you know where this is going. So you got to make owners and promoters in order for it to all make sense. And Zen makes a lot of sense. It fixes the inflation issue because it's part of the narrative. If you don't learn about why Zen inflates and why the inflation is actually good for price, then you're probably going to be really confused and not claiming. All right, so that's why I'm so bullish on Zen. Zen fixes a lot of inflation issues that cryptocurrency currently has, because cryptocurrency does not want to address inflation. They rather cover it up and be like, no, this isn't inflating, or we're not selling the coins. Or they flip-flop it, right? It's like, we're not selling the coins, we're marketing. We need money for marketing. So it's like, dude, we get it. Y'all got control of the bag. And I'm gonna ride the wave, but we're going into the 2020s, homie. It's over. All right, I'm minting my own inflation, and I'm staking it, and that staking is gonna burn the inflation that I minted. You feel me? And then now I could tell other people, hey, just stake your Zen, price will go up, because when you stake it, you burn it. And then if everyone is staking, creating more Zen, yeah, you might not get as much Zen, but your inflation will be worth more than it was before that. How hard is that shit hard to get? Like, we're only 26 days in, man. I see the future on this stuff, bro. That's how I rock. I see the future of Zen. I don't think Zen is going anywhere. I think it's going to be here to stay for many moons. And mad people are going to be pissed off because they're going to be like, ah, man, I had 30 moons to buy Zen, man. 30 moons. And I just watched it moon the whole time. Not me. What's that Rick Ross thing? No, sir. Not me.